Excel is not bad, Google Sheet is not bad, spreadsheets are not evil. Let me clear that up first, because sometimes when people talk about CRM, they make it sound like when you open Excel for your business is actually committing a crime. That is not true. Spreadsheets can actually be very, very useful. In fact, many businesses start from spreadsheets, and honestly, that makes perfect sense. They are simple to use, they are affordable, they are familiar, they are easy to open, and they are easy to update. So no, this is not an anti-spreadsheet video, because there is a point in your business where spreadsheets will stop helping your business and it will start hurting it. The dangerous part is that this shift actually happens very slowly. So in this video, we are going to be comparing CRM versus spreadsheets. And honestly, I'm not trying to sell you any CRM software. I'm just trying to let you know the difference between CRM and spreadsheets, just practical reality and where your business actually stands currently. So you might be wondering, who are you to tell me not to use spreadsheets for my business? Or you might be wondering, who are you to tell me that spreadsheets is going to be bad for my business? Well, I am Emma Glory, the founder of CRM Instructors, and we have helped more than 200 businesses set up their email marketing and their CRM systems from various niches, from countries all over the world. And we have helped these businesses to be able to build an organized process for their leads, and to make sure that leads stop falling through the cracks, and to make sure that these processes are optimized very clearly so that their revenue continue to increase and continue to spike. So if you are watching this video and you are currently confused on whether to use CRM or spreadsheets for your business, I am probably the right person for you. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly when spreadsheets is enough and when it is time to move on to an organized system. So quick question, if you are currently using Excel or you are using Google Sheets to manage your customers, drop Team Spreadsheets in the comment section. There is no shame here. This is a no shame zone. A lot of businesses actually start there. So if you are using spreadsheets for your business, drop Team Spreadsheets in the comments below. I actually want to know. So before we compare properly, let's be fair. What exactly are spreadsheets actually good at? Spreadsheets are actually good at storing information. They help you to store the names, the email, the phone number, minor details about the customer. Now, the second thing is that spreadsheets are very affordable. Sometimes they're actually even free. Spreadsheets are very, very cheap, and sometimes they are free, which matters for small businesses, because if you are starting out, you want to minimize cost to the lowest level, and that might mean that you might need to start using spreadsheets because they are very cheap. Another thing is that spreadsheets are actually very flexible, because you can structure them however you want. You can create different rows, you can create different columns, and you can be able to edit it or change the spreadsheet however you want. Another thing is that spreadsheets is actually easy to understand, especially if you are just starting out for your business, and that matters to small business owner, especially people that are not really tech savvy. There is no complications in spreadsheets, so the onboarding process is actually very easy to use spreadsheets. So let's compare. With spreadsheets, yes, you can store leads, you can store the names, you can store the emails, you can store the phone numbers, and maybe notes and basic information. That works. But with CRM, you can actually store leads also, but with more context. Now you can be able to see the conversation history, you can see the tasks, you can see the follow-up reminders, you can see the deal stage, you can see the owner's assignments, you can even see recent activities. And now this is a much richer picture. For instance, you might have a lead called Sarah. Now, spreadsheets actually know Sarah, but CRM knows Sarah is asking for pricing on Tuesday, ignore the proposal on Thursday, and needs follow-up on Friday. So next, we have follow-up reminders. This is where spreadsheets start struggling, because with spreadsheets, you manually have to remember things, or you manually have to type reminder notes or color code your cells, or pray that your brain actually works to remember all of the reminders you need to remember. But in CRM, we have built-in reminders, we have task notifications, we have activity scheduling, we have follow-up workflows, and this is a huge difference, because you do not need to lift a finger for all of these reminders to be sent to you. You do not need to start using your brain and to start racking your brain for every of the contact that you want to remind, that you want to follow up with. The CRM is going to send an automated reminder to you based on how you actually set this up. So another thing is automation. Automation is very massive, because in spreadsheets, you mostly are going to do manual work. But in CRM, automation is one of the biggest blessings of CRM, because now you can be able to assign leads, you can send emails, you can create follow-up tasks, you can notify team members, you can move deal automatically from one state to another. You can even update status on each of your leads And this saves serious time, because imagine all of this manual tasks can be automated to make sure that you're not lifting one finger. That is why CRM is an advanced version of your spreadsheets. Another thing is team collaboration. Now, this becomes very important, because if it takes more than one person to actually handle your customers or to handle your contacts, spreadsheets, yes, it can actually do the job, but multiple people can be able to access. But confusion is going to happen, because you will not know who updated anything. You are not going to know who follow up. You are not going to know who own a particular lead or contact. You are not going to know why they are duplicates. But a CRM, you can see the contact details, you can see who updated the particular contact, you can see the last email that you had with the contact, or the last email date, or the last follow-up date. All of these can be seen in a CRM. So the CRM is going to provide the context for each of the contacts that you have in your organization, and ownership is going to become very clear. Customer history is going to become very, very visible, and everyone is going to see the context for each of these contacts. The next one is customer history. With spreadsheets, you may see a role, and the role might not even tell you any story, just random notes or random fields that you've created in the spreadsheet for the particular contact. In a CRM, you can see the calls that was made to a particular contact or a particular lead. You can see the emails that was sent. You can see the notes that was sent to. You can see the notes that was updated for the particular contact. Maybe the contact like to have meetings in the morning or in the afternoon. You can set up those notes. You can see meetings. You can see tasks. You can see all of the status changes when they move from lead to customer, or when they move from lead to opportunity. And this visibility is going to help your business to be able to perform better. So now let's take task assignment. The task assignment in spreadsheets is actually manual, because if there's a particular contact you want to assign to someone, you will have to manually update that in your spreadsheet. But with a CRM, we have built in the accountability to be able to automatically assign different lists to Sarah, or you want to send a reminder, or you want to update a status. All of this can be automated. You do not need to start doing manual work for you to be able to do all of this. Another one is reporting, because I'm a believer of what you are not tracking, you cannot be able to improve. With spreadsheets, reporting is possible, but it is manual. It is painful, and it is really time consuming. And you have to build formulas, you have to build pivot tables, you have to build custom reports, and you have to update all of this manually. And this is going to take you a long time, especially if you're a beginner. It is going to take you a bit of a learning curve too, because you need to learn how to build all of these formulas inside of your spreadsheets. But with a CRM, you can be able to see various reports. You can see custom reports that you create inside of your CRM. You can see reporting dashboards for leads, for deals, for contacts. You can see the conversion tracking to see the number of leads that are converting into deals. You can see the performance metric of each of the users in your CRM. You can see things like where are leads coming from. You can see the particular source that has more leads than the other ones. You can see the person in your team, or the particular team member that is closing more deals than everyone in the organization. All of this can be tracked easily when you use a CRM. If I had to summarize this simply, I am going to say that spreadsheet helps you to store information, while CRM helps you to manage the relationship. So imagine two businesses. We have business A and we have business B. Business A is using spreadsheets, while business B is using CRM. A lead comes in business A, they enter the role, they have to remember follow-up, they check notes manually. The business B, which is using a CRM, they can be able to see the lead or the contact, and they can be able to assign leads automatically. They can create tasks automatically. All of the status changes are tracked, activities are logged, follow-up is visible, and this is a very different experience compared to the experience business A is going to have with their spreadsheets. So now I know that I am an advocate for CRM, and honestly, CRM are very, very great. But sometimes Excel might actually be enough for you. Spreadsheets might actually just be enough for you. And this usually happens when you are in the early stage. You have few leads, you have small lead volume, maybe just 10 leads, or you have 5 leads, or maybe it's just you in the business and you just have 5 leads. It's easy to manage all of this with spreadsheets. Maybe you do not have any complex follow-up, you do not need any complex automation, or maybe there is low customer movement, or maybe there is little or no need of reminder, and spreadsheets might actually be enough at a particular time. But when your CRM actually becomes necessary, it is when your lead volume increases to something like 20, 50, 1,000, 10,000, and multiple people start entering into your team. You start having a team of 2 people, 3 people, You are going to need visibility reporting if you want to be able to track all of the customers or all of the contacts you currently have in your business, and you want to see where each of these contacts are at a particular stage. CRM is going to be the best for you. So one beginner mistake we've seen is that people switch too early. So someone install a CRM with just 3 contacts. If you have 3 contacts, you have no business with CRM. Now the opposite mistake is that people wait for too long. So businesses wait for too long. They force spreadsheet to work. They force spreadsheet to start behaving like a CRM. And trust me, it is going to become very, very exhausting when you try to force your spreadsheets to behave like a CRM, because it was not built to become a CRM. There's a particular time you are going to come to in your business and you're going to know that spreadsheet is not definitely going to work for your business any longer. So now the next question comes in, and you might think that, okay, so now that I know that I'm at that stage where I need a CRM, what kind of CRM do I need to pick? Is it the sales CRM? Is it the service CRM? Is it the operational CRM? And that is what we are going to be covering in our next video. So if you're currently using spreadsheets, I want to know your biggest frustration right now in your business. Comment in the comments below. I want to know the biggest frustration you are facing if you are currently using spreadsheets. Is it missed follow-up? Is it messy data? Is it team confusion? Is it reporting pain? I genuinely want to know what frustration you are facing in your business. And if you are learning CRM from the scratch, subscribe, because this CRM fundamental playlist has been created for you as a beginner, so that you can be able to understand where you need to implement CRM for your business, where you need to start from, and how CRM can be able to help and elevate your business. And if you are team spreadsheets, I honestly respect you. I actually see you. But if you are thinking of moving to an organized system and you want to start using CRM for your business, we have a link in the description below where we are going to take a look at your business process, and we are going to recommend the particular CRM that is going to go perfectly well with your business. And also do not forget to subscribe to this video, because we are going to be releasing amazing tutorials like this, amazing content like this in this playlist we are just creating, and I do not want you to miss out. And also do not forget to like this video and also share with everyone that you think is a beginner and they are going to need this video in their CRM journey. Share this video with them, and also like this video, and also do not forget to subscribe. We have a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers by August, and you can actually make that happen for us. So subscribe to this channel, and also do not forget to like. And thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.